girl Jade, and today's video is gonna be kind of sad, but not too sad. It's not funny. I don't know why. But anyways, y'all, it's gonna be about, as you read by the title, how to cope with losing a parent. And yes, I have clothes on. It didn't look like it at first, so I just had to specify. I was gonna write some stuff down, but I honestly feel like since I've been through it, I just need to trust my heart and say what I feel. Okay, as somebody that dealt with a lot of death from a young age, I feel like the number one tip would be to understand just because other people have lost their parent as well doesn't mean their advice is always going to help, because your relationship with your parent might be completely different from the relationship they had with theirs. So things that are easier for them to deal with may not be easy for you to deal with. Everybody process from healing from that kind of hurt is different, in my opinion. Okay, the next piece of advice I would give to you is don't be afraid to break down. And I don't mean just keep breaking down to the point where you drive yourself to depression. What I mean is, when my mama explained it to me like this, she said I never get the release I need because I don't cry out loud. Like, I was the type of cry that would just be like, hurry up, wipe my tears, cry. But y'all, I'm not gonna count. I used to think like she was tripping, but that one time I just had that strong cry, like just sat in the shower, just like let it all out. I felt a lot better, y'all. Like, God made crying for a reason. Like, it's a very good release. Like, I don't care if you gotta scream. I don't care if people look at you like you crazy. At the end of the day, losing a parent is not something that's easy at all. So I would say always put your emotions first and go ahead and deal with it how you need to deal with it. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, the next thing I would say is, through your pain, learn to be strong, because losing a parent obviously is going to change the other parent somewhat. Even if they weren't together, like at one point they loved each other, I'm sure. So it's like, of course that parent's going to go through a little bit of, I don't want to say depression, because every parent not going to go through depression, but that parent is going to somewhat change, because it's like, that's a big change, especially if they were married or thinking about getting married and all that. So I would say have some grace with your parent. Like, although that's the time you want them to be for you 100%, you also have to be there for them, if that makes sense. Like, put yourself first and your healing first. But if you see they need you and they not doing things the healthy way, go ahead and step in and be like, hey, mama, I got this. You don't look too good. Da, da, da. Just be considerate of other people's feelings throughout the process, because family is really all you got at the end of the day, because people will change up on you. Okay, y'all. The next thing I would say is try not to turn to things like alcohol, weed, not eating, overeating. Like, try to cope in the healthiest ways possible. Like, think about the good memories you have with them. Look at y'all pictures and just reminisce, and like, don't let yourself get to a point where you neglecting your body just because of the fact you lost somebody really near and dear to you. Like, in my case, I stopped eating. Like, I lost a lot of weight, and I really wish I would have just took the time to, realize, like, hey, this is all gonna, work out for your good in the end, instead of just sitting there running myself into a hole, if that makes sense. So it's okay to cry. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to have bad days, but don't neglect your body. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Don't neglect your body. Don't neglect your mind. Keep doing the things that make you happy so that you don't drive yourself into depression. You feel me? Okay, the next thing I would say to do that I had to learn to do is find healthy ways to connect with the person that has passed away. Like, in my case, I write letters. I write letters to my dad in my journal a lot. Like, in times where I wish, like, he was there, or I feel like I wouldn't be going through what I was going through if he was here, or if I'm just seeing 11/11 a lot, because I don't know if everybody know, but my dad passed away on 11/11/16, Veterans Day. So anytime I see 11/11, I feel like it's a sign that, like, he's talking to me, we connecting, like, he's still around me, if that makes sense. Another thing I would say to do is honor their life. Like, losing a parent, I feel like every child gonna go through regrets, because you be like, dang, I should have hugged my daddy, or dang, I should have gave my mama a kiss before I left. Or, you always go through them thoughts like, dang, why wasn't I a better child, because they gone and stuff. But try to focus on the times you were a good child and what y'all used to do together, and try to do those things every now and then, and go to their grave and visit them and stuff. Like, I haven't done that a lot, and I ain't gonna lie, that's something I do feel like I need to start doing more. Like, just go to his grave, talk to him, you know. Things like that. Like, continue to try to bond with him as if he's still there. Or he or she, I'm sorry. You can lose a mom or a father. But yeah, that's another thing I would say. Try to connect with them in ways that you would when they were already here. Yeah. Another thing I would tell y'all to do is use your pain as motivation. Like, a lot of times I used to get down when it would be like special days, like graduation, or I'm getting my license, and you know, stuff like that. I think about, like, dang, if my dad was here, you know, he would be so proud of me and all that stuff. But just remember, like, they're still around you. They are proud of you. Like, even if you can't hear that physically, just know in your heart they are proud of you. And like, shoot, tell them. I mean, I don't know, some people might find that weird, but if I'm in my house by myself, I ain't trying to scare nobody. But if I'm here by myself, be like, Daddy, guess what? I got my license. Da 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 da. Like, just talk to them. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. Honestly, like, I feel like our family members are around us more than we may think. Honestly. Another thing I would say helped me is holding on to some of their things. Like, let's say your dad had a favorite hat or your mom had a favorite necklace. Like, go ahead and just, you know, if you got siblings, I understand that might be kind of hard. Like, everybody wants, you know, a piece of that person, but y'all just share stuff. Like, be like, can I get mom a necklace this week? Like, that could be a way to keep her memory alive in the family. Like, or can I have dad cap this week? You know, stuff like that. Like, just be sentimental about it. Like, I feel like the more you try to push off the thought of that person being gone, the harder it is to get over it. Like, continue to honor their life and just be happy you got to experience them. Like, you have to be thankful for the little things once people pass away. And the last thing I really have to say, this not gonna be no long video because honestly, it's just me speaking from the heart. But you never know what somebody's going through. You never know whose parent is sick, why somebody losing weight, why somebody's so unhappy. So be careful what you say to people, honestly. Like, really be careful. Like, you don't know what a person's mind is doing to them. You don't know how somebody may be. You never know. You just never know. I'm not going to keep going on, but you just never know. So really just be kind to people and try to be positive. Like, don't put more negativity on top of people that may be dealing with hella stuff that you don't even know about. You feel me? Just try to keep positive energy around you. And another thing I would say is let me say this. Okay, so after my dad passed away, I did contemplate suicide a lot of times. So if you are feeling that way, don't be scared to, like, tell somebody. Don't feel like that makes you crazy. Don't feel like that makes you weird or nothing, because it's normal. Like, it's not normal to want to do that, obviously, but it's normal to have those thoughts after you lost somebody so dear to you and close to you. So if you need to, go to counseling, talk to your other parent, and, you know, let people in. It's not something you have to go through alone. Even if it's just like you gotta DM me on Instagram. I don't care if I know you or not. If you need help, I'm here. Like, period, for real. What else? One of the last things I have to say is try to establish a relationship with God, because just because people pass away doesn't mean we'll never see them again. It's so important to have a relationship with God so that you can, you know, go to heaven, see your family again. No more suffering, no more pain, all of that. I'm sorry for the people that's not religious, but I have to get this little message across because it's so important to know God for yourself. Like, a lot of people think, oh, just because my mama go to church and she praying for me, I'm good. No, you have to have a personal relationship with the Lord yourself, because you never know when it's going to be your time. You feel me? Okay, and this is a word of advice for people that are around somebody that just lost their parent. Please stop saying it won't hurt as bad later on, because I hate to be that person, but from my personal experience, it never stops hurting. Like, you learn how to deal with it differently, but it's never going to stop hurting knowing, like, that the person that gave you life, or that had a part of giving you life, is gone. The pain don't go away. So, like, some advice you can give to somebody that's lost a parent is, like, you know they were proud of you. You know they're in a better place. You know they're not suffering. It's okay. Let it out. Cry. I'm here for you. But please don't do all that. Don't cry. Be strong stuff, because that honestly doesn't help anyone. Like, if I'm being completely honest, it really irritated me hearing it. Like, don't tell me not to cry. But yeah, y'all, that's all for this video. Hopefully I helped a little bit. I try not to get too deep where it was a little too sad, you know, try to keep the positive vibes. But anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all. Catch you next video.